Welcome to the Books, Beards, Booze podcast, where we talk books, drink booze, and have beards.
All right. As always, I am Bob of Tales by Bob.
And I'm Derek. Period. That's it. I'm
fair.
from nowhere, Bob. I am from nowhere, of nowhere, and I will return to nowhere.
That's very existential of you, Derek.
I thought so.
All right. So, as always, we'll dive into our news and booze segment. Derek, what are you drinking? Did I see you pour up some larceny just now?
Yes, I did pour some larceny into my coffee because I have coffee and I have larceny. So, you know what?
How is that mixed?
We're going to find out when that shit
When the coffee cools down?
Cooled down a bit.
So, I am drinking Stilton's Crossroads Alabama Shine Peach Flavored, which, if you go to our YouTube channel, you can see our tasting video where we sampled it.
It's super confusing.
It is. But,
I don't understand it.
I like it. So I'm going to keep drinking it. Possibly to
the detriment of the D&D group.
Yeah, probably, because D&D's after this. So, wow.
Oh my god, it's already like this? You're already...
No.
I'm wild. Well, this is going to go great.
All right, so my side of the news is a little different this time, so I figured let's dive into your stuff first.
Well, mine are... Where do you want to... You know what? Let's start with books, because I wanted to talk about this. So, 2 days ago, a book came out that I did not know existed, that I now have to buy it and the one that comes before it, because I have to read it immediately.
Okay.
And the reason is, the second book, it's not really in the series, but it's set play in the same world, is called Mecha Samurai Empire.
Wow.
So,
that's a bold name.
By Peter Terraius. It's spelled weird, and I had to go find an interview with him to figure out how to say it. Anyways, it's...
That doesn't sound like us. We normally would just mispronounce it and move on.
See, you say that, but that sounds like you. Every time I have a name that I'm not sure how to say, I look up the pronunciation. Anyways,
Seems very time-consuming.
You'd be surprised. It's really not. You just go to YouTube. But especially when it's like an author's name, there's always an interview with them saying their name. Anyways, it's called Mecha Samurai Empire. It's set in a world where, what is it? Where the Nazis won World War II?
Alternate history?
Yeah, but what's the famous one that's been...
Man in the High Castle?
Man in the High Castle by, what is that?
Philip K. Dick?
Yeah. It's this author, Peter Terraius, loves that book.
Okay.
So he did one where if Japan had won that side of the war and beat America.
Well,
so it's the first book.
Man in the High Castle, actually, that does happen.
Oh, okay, well, in this...
Japan controls, like, the West Coast, and
he calls it a spiritual successor, basically, and it's... the first book is called The United States of Japan. Okay. So I want to read that, but then this one is about...
That's weird, because you don't really know much about Japan.
I'm going to slap the taste out your mouth. But Mecha Samurai Empire, it's apparently the main character wants to become a mecha pilot. Yeah. And basically he has to take a test. The test screws up, so he decides he's going to become a pilot of just like civilian stuff. Yeah. And then tensions between the United States of Japan and Nazi Germany start ratcheting up and look like it could lead to war, so it's going to get in the way of him trying to do this. Okay. And I want to see where it goes.
Sounds interesting.
And the fucking mech on the cover looks baller as hell. So I'm like, I'm in. I'm all kinds of in. So I want to read both those books. Okay. But that came out, I think, what is today, the 20th? Yeah, it came out the 18th. Okay, cool. So that's exciting. I want to read those. You want me to do all of mine? Or
go ahead and do all yours.
Okay.
Because I just have one big thing.
Okay, then we'll talk about... I've got two little bits of this, but they're mostly the same thing. For the booze news, is that here soon, McGregor's whiskey line is coming out called Proper Number 12. Yeah. So that's supposed to be coming out.
The MMA fighter, to be clear.
Oh, yeah, Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
So he's coming out with his whiskey here sometime soon. I read a review of it. It's apparently made and distilled by Bushmill distillery people, which I like Bushmill. Yeah. It's basically, the review says it's nothing like super intense or special. It's a fairly normal Irish whiskey kind of experience, but it's a decent price point.
I figured that it'd have a good bit of a punch to it.
It doesn't.
Which,
yeah.
I feel like for someone like Conor McGregor, arguably the most exceptional MMA fighter of a generation, to then come out with a run-of-the-mill average Irish whiskey.
Average might not be the best way to put it. It's just it's a whiskey. It's very Irish whiskey-y.
Yeah,
and
it should come brewed or distilled in barrels that he punched the wood.
Yeah, you should. It should be some kind of intensity somewhere in there.
Something.
Well, apparently the flavor's not super intense. He actually specifically made it because he wanted it to be like an entry-level thing because he wanted people to be able to just. It's approachable is the term that people use in whiskey.
I wonder if Mayweather. I bet you Mayweather has
probably
a liquor.
But probably so. But this is
so. If Mayweather does have a liquor, it's probably outside of our price range. But if there is, and aren't Conor and Mayweather doing another fight?
There's talk
of it.
Conor's got his Nurmagomedov fight coming up. Next month.
Whether they do it or... Well, I also heard that Mayweather's doing a Pacquiao.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, everyone's super hyped for that. 2 guys in their 40s fighting. Yeah, that's going to be great. Anyway...
Let the PEDs flow through you.
Right. But whether or not that fight happens, I feel like if Mayweather does have a liquor and when McGregor's liquor comes out, we should have a test off.
Well, see, that was part of the reason he set it up so that it would launch when he had his fight against Nurmagomedov. Okay. So it's coming out here in the next month because I think the fight's the beginning of next month.
Well, remind me to look up if Mayweather's got a liquor. My guess, if Mayweather has a liquor, it's probably going to be like a tequila or a vodka.
It's probably too expensive.
He's a bar owner. That's like and he doesn't drink actually. If I remember, Mayweather does not drink, but
works his ass off.
I know. Yeah, but piece of shit. But mad props to him.
Yeah, he has that work ethic. That's one thing you can't take from him. But the other thing is Bono.
Fuck.
Yeah, just today got into the Irish whiskey game. Is part of a group that bought a distillery that had been closed down for a long period of time, but comes from like a history of distilling whiskey from like 1704 or some crap like that until 1920s or something like that. And then it's been shut down since, and they're buying it and fixing it back up to start it back up. Dropped $58 million in investment in it.
You could feed a lot of hungry people in Africa for that money.
Yeah, well, now he's trying to feed their spirits because everyone knows that. Yeah, well, that's why it's called spirits, Bob. It's food for the soul. But
whiskey, it's the water of life.
Yeah, so he's getting involved in that. So
okay, well, still fuck Bono.
Yeah.
If you hear someone puttering around in the background, that would be Corey the roommate. Corey the roommate, come here. Oh, piece of shit. Well, I was supposed to be like, come here and not make a lot of racket in the process.
It's too late. We've come too far.
But so Corey is going to be on a podcast here soon. Not going to reveal the topic, but it's a topic that he is an expert in. Say hello, Corey.
Hello, Corey.
Fuck that guy.
Go
to work. Go to work.
Don't worry, Bob will give me some fresh shit during the topic.
Oh, hey, quick.
Try that.
Try a sip of this.
Okay.
We're going to do an impromptu taste test of this stuff.
One sip. It's good.
It smells like sweet tea that went bad.
Oh, it does kind of have a bit of a sweet tea. Not like taste, but like feel to it. It's good, right?
Isn't it weird?
It's weird. It's good. It definitely grows on you.
There's no burn at all until it starts going down.
Tastes like cough medicine.
Well, you're wrong, but this is why you're only going to be on the one special podcast episode.
Have fun at work. See ya. So anyways,
we figured if we were going to have to hear him open and shut the door, we might as well
include him for a moment.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on, and then the beards. Now this was interesting because it was a Men's Health article.
Okay.
And it was 7 easy steps to trim your beard. Now here's the thing: for the first, let's be open-minded. Sometimes you have to tame the beard.
I normally takes me 70 steps to trim a beard because I
go
to trim one side and get it slightly shorter than the other, so then I have to trim the other side.
It was 7 steps, Bob.
Oh, I thought it was 70 because I go back and forth about 70 times to get it until I get it even.
Anyways, it's 7 steps. But here's the thing: so I'm like, okay, this could be a real men's health article. Good for them, helping out the man with the beard.
Yeah.
But then
Was this big razor propaganda in disguise?
But then, see, here's the thing. I can't tell. That's why I need to bring this to the table.
Okay.
So at the very end, the very last one is like, pamper yourself. And it's got like all these different really fancy like beard oil and beard creams and all this other stuff. And I'm like, and they're like, they might be a little expensive. I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing.
Is Big Razor trying to backdoor us?
No, they're not trying. They're trying to scare us off. They're like, oh, beards are expensive. Just shave that shit off.
Oh.
That's what I think. Now, I could be wrong. I don't have any sources on this, but this would not surprise me in the least.
Huh. They're insidious. Big Razor.
There's Big no Razor. Telling. There's no links they won't go to.
Yeah.
To stifle us.
Big Razor. All right. So
what you got, Bob?
My bit of, we'll call it news, but so I'm a big proponent for the fantasy subreddit. I love it. It's a good community. It's been a big influence on this podcast. Well, Krista D. Ball is an author, and she's very active on the subreddit. And she is starting to do a thing. The goal is 4 times a year, at least 4 times a year, to do a Let's Help kind of campaign. And the idea is finding an author that needs some help and helping them.
Oh, right.
So she just announced the first one, and it's Janny Wurts, who, if you don't know who Janny Wurts is, she's been writing since the early 80s. I'm going to quote what Krista wrote here. She's written 19 books in total, including standalones, a trilogy, a massive epic series, and has co-authored 3 books with Raymond E. Feist.
Who is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah. She's also written several novellas and short stories on top of that. She's an award-winning artist, too, which is pretty amazing considering most writers I know can barely draw a stick figure, which...
True.
Oh, and I'll say this. I saw Janny Wurts at DragonCon.
Oh,
yeah. When I saw her, I didn't make the connection that she was also an author because she was there as an artist.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's a shit-hot artist.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I know they just...
Yeah, she does a lot of book covers. She does all her book covers kind of deal. But anyway...
Oh, if she did the book covers for those books she did with Raymond E. Feist, those were nice covers.
Whenever I saw her, I was like, she looks like someone... like she should be a dragon rider. Like, I've never seen someone that just looks at them like, they need to be on the back of a dragon. But she has that look. Like, she looks like she should be a dragon rider. I can't articulate why that is, but just I look at her and I was like,
Bob's on the spectrum, everybody. This is
so anyway. But she's struggling, and basically what happened is she got proper fucked about 10 years ago with, like, there's an industry collapse with, and I don't know all the details, but there's some fuckery there, like budget for ad campaigns. It should have gone to her, went to some other people. Just a whole, she got screwed over, and she's never going to get her rights back. I mean, she's with HarperCollins for some reason.
So me buying her books ain't gonna help?
Well, no, it is.
Oh, that is? Okay.
So here's how you can help. So there's 3 goals for this campaign. One is to raise enough money for her to buy a new Kindle. Her Kindle broke. She's real supportive of people on the fantasy subreddit would like to buy their books, but has no way to read them.
Yeah.
And she's got, like, I know among other things, like her mom is having to go into assisted living right now. She's got a bunch of bad shit going on. So it's like she can't justify spending money on a Kindle. I think that's covered. Reading the comments, like, people are like, "Oh, dude, like, if someone won't just buy you a Kindle, you can have mine."
Yeah.
Anyway, part of the problem is a lot of her books don't have audiobooks, and so they're saying,
is there like a petition or something?
Well, it's not a petition, but if there was, like, hey, let the publisher know. She's got a couple audiobooks out there, but her big series doesn't have the audiobooks.
What's her big series?
The Wars of Light and Shadow.
Never heard of it.
All right. So, and the last thing is to tell everyone about Janny Wurts. So they were saying, it's like, so here's what they said. To tell everyone about Janny Wurts. If you love her post here, tell people. If you love her books, tell people. Post a photo of your original cover hard copy on Instagram and hashtag it Janny Wurts. Tweet and say that you've never read Janny Wurts, but you're going to start this week because you love her post and think she's a great person. For Twitter users, make sure to also tag @Janny Wurts to let her know you're thinking of her. Retweet everyone in the hashtag Janny Wurts. Tweet links to her books. Tweet short reviews. Share this thread, etc., etc. For Facebook users, post a link to one of her books. Say what a great person she is. Share a short review of her books. Share this thread. Yada, yada, yada. All right, I have never met the woman, but I have seen her interaction on the fantasy subreddit. She's real cool. She is quick to give advice, things like that. The best way that you can help her monetarily is to go to her website, and she has 3 novellas on there for sale for $1.50 each.
Well, that's done.
And it's PayPal. You can use PayPal, and it'll go directly to her. But she has 3 standalone novels, I think. I'm going to put links to some of the standalone novels in the blog post for this podcast, so that you can go pick up a book.
Yeah, she's got a handful of stuff on here on Audible.
She does, but it's like, I want to say it's like the 10th book has an audio book, but they said they wouldn't go back and do the first book unless she sells like 10,000 copies or some ridiculous amount. So it was something like that. Again, I don't know all the details. I'm not a Janny Wurts-ologist here. But I know she's just a cool person who could use some help, and I figured I somewhat have a tiny platform, try and do some good out of it. So, yeah, I'm going to be picking up, I think it's like The Master of White Storm or something like that.
Master of White Storm.
Yeah, that's the book I'm going to pick up.
Yeah.
It's, I think, $5.99 on Amazon right now.
I'll probably buy those, but now that I've been reminded of this, I'm definitely going to be picking up the books that she did with Raymond E. Feist, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because I've always wanted to read them.
And they're Midkemia books for those who... Well, they're not in Midkemia. I think they're actually in Kelowna. Yeah, but it's in that setting.
For those who know, they take place roughly at the same time as Magician Apprentice, Master, and
but Raymond E. Feist read one of her standalone novels and was like, wow, I really like this. Hey, come write some books with me. And that's how that happened. I think it was Sorcerer's Legacy. It was the one that he read. Yeah. And it was like, I like this. Come write a book with me. So
okay. Yeah. Yes, Raymond D. Feist.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, are we good here on news now?
Yeah, that's all the news I had.
All right, cool. Well, let's play the harmonica. All right. So this is a book battle week, and I think we have a fucking fun one for you this week.
This is going to come to blows. That's what the battle from this is going to be. Us getting so angry at each other that we... Actually, it's probably not, because I'm not going to get mad, because I think I might have been able to out-Bob on this one.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a challenge. All right. So the idea was the 5 most iconic fantasy races. Elf, Dwarf, Halfling, Hobbit, if you want to be that kind of a guy, Gnome, and Orc. And we pick a category, and then we have to... All right, for example, the first category is going to be drink, like alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
And...
You just want me to start? And
and so we have to... each person, will say what they think that fantasy race would drink.
Okay.
So, let's start out. So, alcoholic drink.
Right.
Elf.
For Elf...
I'll tell you mine.
Let me go before you go, because yours are gonna sour my thought process.
Yeah. Okay. Because mine's set. I've written all mine down. That's part of it. Is I have thought these up, and I hitting Derek on the fly.
Vodka.
Okay. I said a dry martini.
That was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But
because they're fucking uptight bitches. Dwarf.
I would just go with some kind of ale. Like, I wouldn't know what kind.
I said an old fashioned.
That's fair.
Because they are old fashioned. Yeah. And I feel like you can put a lot of craftsmanship into an old-fashioned. Like a ridiculous amount of craftsmanship. Like Crew, local bar. I ordered old-fashioned there one time, and I swear it took that guy 15 minutes to make it.
That's how long it takes when Chris made them for us.
Well, Chris is not a professional bartender.
Well, tell him that.
Fair. All right. Halfling.
Halfling... Moonshine.
Four Loko.
Okay, well, that's just wrong. I'm right.
No, Four Loko, man. A bunch of halflings, they drink a bunch of Four Loko.
No, a gnome would drink Four Loko.
No, I can tell you what a gnome drinks.
No, they would drink Four Loko.
No,
Because halflings...
What do you think?
Halflings are country bumpkins. They would just make
No,
moonshine.
they're traveling pranksters.
No, you're wrong. What would you say?
What would a gnome drink?
Irish car bombs.
Oh, that's an intriguing choice. I said bathtub gin. I feel like now hear me out.
Backwards.
When I say bathtub gin, I don't mean like us paltry humans would make. I imagine a gnome. A gnome is not going to go out. Yeah, a gnome is not going to go out there and buy liquor when he can make it at home, and it's going to be super fancy. So it's bathtub gin, but it's better quality than the gin that you get in the store. So that's what they make.
It's good to know that even when I'm going silly with my answers, you're still wrong and I'm still right. So that's good to know.
Orc.
The blood of his enemies.
Cheap beer. Cheaper the better. The
dregs.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like they drink the Beast. They're sipping.
Drink Steel Reserve.
Yeah. The cheaper the better.
Fair. Okay.
Did you come up with a category?
Oh, I've got 3.
Oh, well, hit me with a category.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to out Bob
okay,
here.
Yeah, hit me.
For these 4, what kind of chairs do they like?
Okay, an elf.
An elf chair? Yeah, go ahead.
An elf likes a swing.
Wrong. Lawn chair. Next is a dwarf.
A dwarf sits on a workbench in his...
Wrong. Rocking chair. Oh.
I can actually rocking chair because rocks. Yeah. No, I'm with it. Okay. Yeah.
Orc.
He broke it.
It's a dead thing, is what I wrote.
Yeah, he had a chair, but he broke it.
Halfling.
A pony.
A tree stump. But okay. I'll accept pony.
Pony.
In the idea that you think more of them as travelers than I think of them as hobbits.
Yeah.
So. And then gnome.
The biggest.
There are 2 acceptable answers.
The biggest, fluffiest, most amazing armchair ever that he just gets lost in.
No, you're wrong. See, I gave you 2 options and you got them both wrong. There's 2 answers. The WoW answer, which is like a tank.
Yeah. Which
I kind of almost went with, but then let's be realistic. A swivel chair. It's just a swivel chair.
Yeah.
They just slide themselves around.
Big office chair kind of deal. Yeah. Okay.
I was looking at that earlier. It's like,
I can see a gnome in that. Okay. All right.
And that was my most sane of the ones that I asked.
All right.
I've got for you.
All right. So we'll go to me then.
Yeah.
Keeping the theme alive, soft drink.
Okay, soft drink.
Elf.
No,
I want to go reverse order. Orc.
Root beer.
Hey, that's right. Bark's root beer.
Yeah.
Gnome.
Let's see, gnome. Give me a second.
Okay.
Because I don't want to scoot past this, and I don't want you to tell me yours, but I need a second. Let's see.
Okay.
Gnome.
Well, do you want to go to halfling?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay on gnome. We gotta focus.
You said no with a G.
I did. It's good that you recognize that.
You know what? We're gonna go with apple Fanta.
I said Grapico.
I was trying to. I almost went Sunkissed, but I was like, that's what I'm gonna say for Halfling Sunkissed.
Are you really gonna say Sunkissed for Halfling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Glass bottle Sunkissed is what I have for Halfling. Yeah.
Hey, we're good at this one.
Yeah. Dwarf. This is so
Dr.
obvious.
Pepper?
No.
Wait, okay, if it's obvious now, how am I missing it?
Mountain Dew.
Okay, fair.
My other choice was ale.
Yeah. What was it? Elf? That was,
yeah.
I'm gonna say ginger ale.
Fucking Pepsi. Fucking Pepsi. Like every other race would be like, "Can I walk into the restaurant? Can I have a Coke?" And the elf waiter would be like, would a Pepsi be okay?" And only an elf would be like, "Yeah, that's fine." Everyone else was like,
no.
I
See,
guess
that's wrong because an elf wouldn't have ordered that trash Coke to begin with. They would have ordered fucking Pepsi.
I know they would always order a Pepsi because Pepsis are fucking awful,
better.
And elves are the fucking worst.
Elves are the best.
No.
Oh, I'm seeing the pattern here. You're just patterning.
Oh,
what does Derek like, and then saying an elf would like. I see.
Well, you don't drink dry martinis. So.
I don't, because that's a ridiculous waste of time.
All right, what's yours?
Okay, next is metal bands.
Oh, okay.
So dwarf. You're gonna know way more bands than me, so you just need to understand that unless you guess what I said.
Let me just say, elf is gonna be Nightwish.
Wrong.
What's elf?
Elf is Apocalyptica.
Okay, I mean, I could go with that.
I almost went Nightwish.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be power metal, whatever it is. I'm going to say Gnome is Meshuggah. Very technical metal.
Nah, baby metal.
Fuck that. Fuck that. That's some elf shit there.
Nope.
Orc. Pantera.
Deathclock.
I could see Deathclock too. But I feel like they could get into something real groovy.
Mm-hmm.
Havling. Ailstorm.
Skyclad.
Okay.
Folk metal.
Yeah. I was thinking like something like that. Like some sort of folky metal, and I just figured Ailstorm is good fun. I would have said like Corpiclani or something like that. Dwarf. Dwarf.
You're not going to agree with me, but I don't care because
I'm going to say Battle Lore. It's been a long time to listen to that.
Close. I went Manowar.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Warriors of the World, man. Come on.
No, I'm going to change it. I'm going to say dwarves. It'd be Black Sabbath, and they're going to view everything since Black Sabbath as a perversion because they're such staunch traditionalists.
I almost, instead of Manowar, I almost went Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking, but I was like,
well,
there's a little bit too much.
So I'm going to play off of yours. Mm-hmm. Music. Just genre of music.
Fuck.
This Stills Crossroads Shine gets better with better.
You got to be careful with that shit, Bob.
I'm gonna die.
Let's say so. Just
genre of music. Elf.
Classical.
That's what I said. Yeah. Dwarf. I think I'll surprise you on my answer.
Baroque. No, sorry. Let's see.
Two sticks clacking together because everything since that's been a perversion.
But that's not like, what I said. Probably rock.
Rock. Right? Yeah. No, country western. I think like country, mainly country. I feel like the more I got into this, the more I was
think
like,
they're in there yodeling.
No, I think dwarves are very like Republican.
So Republicans like rock.
No, they do. But like that whole like kind of real like patriotism country kind of deal.
Oh, okay.
Like that kind of country. Like I feel like that's what dwarves are like. Except instead of singing about like the U.S. of A, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and they're singing about like dwarven superiority.
I don't think we're okay.
All right, Havling.
Folk.
R&B. I think some smooth, sultry R&B for them to woo the ladies with. Yeah. Yeah.
Known as electronica.
I said techno. Yeah. Orc.
Wah.
I said 80s hair metal.
Define 80s hair metal. Like, are we talking
Twisted
like,
Sister, White Snake, White Lion?
You say, I guess that makes sense. But
early
like when
Pantera.
I was going to say, but when you say that, I start thinking of metal bands from the 80s with long hair. I'm like, that includes like early
Metallica.
thrash and
Yeah,
stuff.
no, we're not talking. We're not talking thrash. I feel like 80s.
I would actually more approve of the thrash than the.
Well, no,
I see. I see.
Yeah, no, thrash fits them. I just don't know that they'd like it as much. I think they have a soft spot for a ballad, and the best ballads are.
Because they're only listening to music when they're not killing things.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well, whatever. You're wrong, but it's okay.
Okay.
that was all of them, right?
Do you have another? Yeah. Yeah.
And my last one, vacation. Where do they go on vacation?
Ooh. Well, clearly dwarves go to the mountains.
They go to
just other mountains.
Zendershausen salt mines in Germany. Yeah.
I think they go to like Arkansas to that like diamond mine where you just kind of walk around and like pan for.
Well, they go to the
diamonds.
salt mine to do salt mine things, and then there's also a really nice palace there that they can go and look at.
Oh,
so,
okay,
yeah.
All right.
I've spent way too much time researching this answer.
Clearly, I want to say gnomes, probably go to like a technical museum.
Legoland.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna go with the same thing. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, Legoland.
I could see halflings at like Disney World.
I just wrote New Zealand.
Yeah. Elves.
This one was tough. I had 2 answers for this.
For elves?
Yeah.
Hopefully the bottom of the ocean with no scuba tank. But I'm gonna say like they're so woodsy. They probably just go to like New York.
I said Trinity College in Dublin, or the Royal Portuguese Cabinet of Reading in Rio de Janeiro. 2 real big libraries, tons of books. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're
You
fucking
put a lot of
gorgeous,
thought
by the
into
way. I told you.
Yeah.
I tried to out Bob you in this one.
No, that's fair. Who were
Orc is the last one.
Pillaging.
Axis deer hunting in Hawaii.
Deer hunting in Hawaii.
Yeah. Axis deer hunting. These motherfuckers are...
Oh, with axe?
No, axis.
Oh.
It's a type of deer.
Okay.
Them motherfuckers are so fast that as soon as you release the arrow and they hear the sound, they've already moved. Like they evolved avoiding tigers.
Okay.
So they are nothing to fuck with.
Okay. I like it. All right, so I got my last one, and this is the one where I might break you.
Okay.
If you haven't hit me yet, you've been a good sport.
I feel like if not for this last one,
you've definitely gotten in the spirit of it.
Yeah. What you got for me?
What kind of porn do they watch?
Okay.
Elf.
Elf. Shoot. Oh, what's it called? Don't you?
Yeah. No.
Mormon porn.
Mormon porn.
Yeah. 100%. That's the answer, Bob.
No, I said MILF because they're ageless.
No.
So that it's a real kink for them for someone that looks a little older.
No, they're too prude and proper. They've got to do it with clothes on, through a hole.
Having
something.
watched a fair bit of Mormon porn, I can see it.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
Okay. Orc.
Orc.
They watch elf porn.
Lesbian. Yeah. Okay.
Gnome.
Let's see. You know what? This is going to take a turn. I don't feel comfortable talking about this. Machine stuff.
Yeah, that's what I had. Machine. Yeah. Sex machine.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Havling.
Huh. Now, this I know the answer to, but you might argue with me. I can't tell. But you're kind of into this too, so...
Well, wait to just throw me under the bus.
Let me rephrase that. I just mean as in you like taller ladies.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you call...
Amazons?
Yeah. Like that's...
Okay.
That's
We kind of went in a similar direction. I said BBW.
Okay.
Big Beautiful Woman.
Yeah, I guess, okay.
Like I just feel like they want to be engulfed in the arms of
but I just meant that you
like
woman. Taller ladies.
Yeah, I do
that's
like taller women. Yeah, I was like, God, Derek. Wait.
No.
All right, so last one. Dwarf.
This is what's going to break me, I assume?
No, I thought the whole category might have been. All right.
Nah.
Dwarf. My answer is from so far left field. Oh, I have one more follow-up question after this.
Okay, well, I'm going to think, let's see. Dwarf is like retro a style? Because like, you know, with like the...
Yeah, no, you're talking like the classic from like the 60s and 70s stuff. I said cooking videos on YouTube.
That's fair.
And I mean those really fancy ones that you see on Facebook all the time, where someone shares like, oh, check out this incredible recipe that you know that no one has ever in the history of ever cooked, but it looks so amazing. Because I don't know that, like, you know, because a lot of places dwarves are all male or they're genderless or whatnot. So I don't, and they're so prim and conservative. Like, I don't know that sex is really on dwarfs' radars, but I feel like a good cooking video would fulfill the same need that like Amazon porn for a...
You can make that argument, but let's say that they are interested in sex. What do you go with then?
Oh God,
because I actually kind of like yours, but let's go with like, you know, those
like, you know, it's, you know how they do, like, sometimes they'll do studies and it's like the most conservative places look up the weirdest porn. They're probably into incest gangbang porn or something. Something really just extreme and taboo.
You know what? Those legitimate.
No, they're into shaving videos.
Why would you say that out? Why would you?
They're into shaving videos. That's their thing.
That's just shameful to not have. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Last question. And same thing. Superfan Tanya.
I'm confused.
No, what porn?
Oh well, that's just rude. I'm not doing this. Well, we both know
What's
the answers.
Running joke? What's the running joke?
I know, that's why I'm not saying it. So you
Tentacles.
Can say it. There you go.
Tentacles.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. That's our running joke with her.
I mean, I guess I could, if I wanted to be different, I could just say hentai because, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel like brand ambassador Ryan. They probably don't watch a lot of porn down there because of the trouble of turning the videos upside down. So, but yeah, so that was stupid and fun. But we will do another one of these at some point. I actually had 2 more categories thought up: cars and book genres. But yeah, so we'll do those at a later date, plus some others after we had some time to think on it.
I'm going to say that we at least tied on that one because I went hard.
No, that was good. As always, you can email us at booksbeardsbooze@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Would really, really love to hear from you.
And now that we're at the end of the show, I will say my whiskey and my coffee is very good.
Oh, good.
I mean, I don't know if it's whiskey and coffee. You can't go wrong.
Okay.
You can only taste it so much.
Yeah.
But tastes good to me.
We just placed an order for shot glasses. So soon there will be Books, Beards, Booze shot glasses for sale. They'll be produced in 7 days, I think they said. And who knows how long after that. But next time you can see us, please come out to Gump CityCon. We will be there. Come by, say hello. We will be giving something away if you sign up to the email list. And is there anything else? I think that's it. I think we're good there.
Yeah, pretty much covered. Oh, we did forget to mention in the news section that Brandon Sanderson came out with a new book this week.
Yeah.
Called Legion. So he's a
prolific motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a very, very good, talented man. So, check that out maybe. Yeah. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'm not going to read it just because, Jesus Christ, I have too much stuff to read. Right. I have to read about giant Japanese mechs.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. As always, as the week goes on, I challenge you, please go forth and grow a great beard.